gonna be a little loud, but we're loading beans. Truck to go to Canada. Just turned the sweep arm on. I just went and got the leaf blower for Barb. It's cold this morning. This is the one bin I do not get in. The bean dust will kill me. I won't be able to breathe for the next 2 or 3 days. Just standing here by the door when she uses the leaf blower and the dust blows out. It's bad enough for me. But we're about 3/4 full, the driver just said. We loaded a good half of it, just getting the sumps emptied out. Yeah, bean dust, way different than corn dust. My father was the same way. Couldn't breathe for the next 2 or 3 days afterwards. Sucked. Alright, back in the shop. Whew. Got the leaf blower plugged in. So for those that weren't on the live stream a week or 2 ago, whatever it was, when Jim and I did it, we got our whiteboard. We got our little whiteboard. That's our hater whiteboard. But we wound up with 46 different states. People from 46 different states and 9 different countries that we're in. And of course we wrote down the people who changed their names to funny names, you know, like Dick Missile and Morning Wood and all those. Howie Felter Snatch. That's an interesting one. So, and then I don't know if I showed this or not. I showed it on the hang on. Hang with me here. I gotta go to my phone for a second. She just dinged. Okay, never mind. Nothing important. All right, I showed this on in the glare from the light. It might suck right now, but I don't know if I showed it in the video. If I did and I'm re-showing it, I'm sorry. But Walter Girding, or I think that's how you pronounce your name. I don't know. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. That's the way it looked like it's spelled, Walter Girding. He took that picture off of the tribute video Barb did for Buddy and had it, sent it to a company in Florida. What the hell was the name of that company? I forgot now. Futures? Something like that. And they imprinted the picture onto that piece of glass. That's cool. So we put it here in the shop because, well, as all of you who've been with me a long time know, the supervisor, good old Buddy, used to, wherever I was, he was. So he spent many a days out here in the shop, and he spent many a nights in here on his bed when it was cold as hell outside. Cold as hell. Never understood that because it's not cold in hell, but whatever. So, one thing I wanted to do on this video, showed you obviously loading beans, was I want to thank everybody who donated to the GoFundMe for the good ones. Very much appreciated. I mean, their family did, you know, did the GoFundMe, the mothers, and I asked if we could put it on the my YouTube channel, and they said yes. So I really appreciate all of you who donated to that. So gives you hope that there's, you know, still a lot of good people out there, and this country isn't completely fucked. But I don't know, with the Chinese, you know, spy balloon thing that just happened, are we screwed or are we not? Because I mean, wow, we let it, first of all, we let it come into our country, into our airspace, fly over our military bases. So God knows, you know, especially ones that have nuclear shit, God knows what information it sent back to China. And old Pudding Brain finally decides, I think after he got enough pressure when it got off the coast of, you know, Myrtle Beach, there, North Myrtle Beach, they finally throw a missile at it and shoot it out of the sky. But then you see CNN and MSNBC, you know, all the libtard news channels, the big ones, NBC, ABC, CBS, all them, coming up with their bullshit stories because supposedly the Pentagon and some, generals, of course we know what they're all like today with their woke bullshit, said, well, there was 3 that flew over. Shut up, phone. There was 3 that flew over during the Trump administration. Really? Imagine that. Well, here's a question. How come millions of people that saw this one didn't see the ones that supposedly flew over during the Trump administration? But then again, it's more of that, like I've said in last few videos or so, pound that shit into people's heads, they'll believe it. So all the Trump haters out there going, oh yeah, look, they fucking did it when Trump was president. Yeah. There's so many idiots in this country. Oh, the bean dust. I'm still waiting for somebody to please come up to me and say, you know what, we fucked up. We let our feelings be hurt by the mean tweeter. And we are way worse off today than we were 2 years ago. Because, I mean, anybody who can tell me we are better off today, not only financially, but more secure than we were 2 years ago. Do you think Putin would have invaded, well, not think, but did Putin invade Ukraine when Trump was president? No. But yet, Russian collusion, Trump was a spy and all this bullshit. Well, why didn't Putin go into Ukraine then? Do you think China would have had balls, even though they're lying and saying that they did, to fly one of these spy balloons over the United States when Trump was president? See, I don't believe it. It's bullshit because nobody saw it. I mean, give me a break. Nobody saw it. So somehow China did it when Trump was president, and not one person in the United States could see it, but yet this one, everybody's outside, it's all over Instagram and YouTube and all the other social medias. Oh, look at the spy balloon. Everybody could see it, but yet supposedly they did it during the Trump administration too. Bullshit. They're just trying to pound it into your head that, I don't get it, folks. When are people going to wake up and use this thing for more than a hat rack and start to think? So it's Tuesday, by the way. Tuesday, what is today? The 7th. And tonight, Pudding Brain gives his State of the Union, I think it is. I think it's tonight that he gives it. I won't be watching because I'm not going to waste my time, but I'm sure some of you will, so this won't come out till, probably tomorrow or Thursday, so you can leave in the comments what Pudding Brain had to say, but it'll be a scripted speech anyhow that somebody will write for him, and he'll try and read off the prompter, but it'll be kind of like one of the speeches he gave here a week or so ago where half the women in my administration are women. Okay, Joe. First off, are you sure? Because I didn't think we could define what a woman was anymore. At least our Supreme Court justices can't now when we, put them on, like the most recent one. Holy shit. People can't figure out whether they stand or sit to piss anymore. So, it's kind of like, well, then again, you people in Pennsylvania voted for the guy that looks like he's part of the Addams family, that the Eagles are better than the Eagles. What the fuck, folks? Do you see what we look like on the world stage right now? And it's all because Trump was an outsider. He wasn't part of the swamp. He wasn't a career politician. And he exposed the bullshit in this country. He exposed the swamp. They didn't like it. And he was also a pompous ass, which some of you have argued, well, I didn't think he was pompous. I'm not saying anything bad about the man. He was a good pompous ass to a certain degree, in my opinion. I mean, he was what we needed. Not only to expose the bullshit that's been going on for years and what they're trying to do to us now as quick as possible, before we get somebody like Trump or Trump back. But I can't see how people can't see what's going on in this country. I have people telling me, oh, you know, you shouldn't worry so much about this. My fucking daughter will be 19 on Valentine's Day, which is like a week from now. I shouldn't worry about her future. I shouldn't worry about the future of my potential, you know, future grandchildren that she's gonna have someday if she decides to have kids. Do you idiots on the left that are okay with the bullshit going on not give a shit about your children or your grandchildren? I mean, I saw a speech John Kerry gave the other day, you know, because they were all over in Davos there, you know, trying to plot the World Economic Forum, plotting the New World Order bullshit and whatnot. And the comment that he made, this is where he's a pompous ass, but not a good one like Trump. Well, those of us that are here, you know, something happened during our lifetime that made us realize that we needed to come together as a group to save the planet. No, you make up fucking shit, pound it into people's heads that the world is coming to an end, and that you are the ones that are the saviors. Has government ever been a fucking savior for anything? I mean, give me a break. And you all flew your private jets there, you know, burning way more fucking carbon than any of us do in a year's time, driving our cars and trucks around. But there's people out there that just, they don't get it. And it's almost embarrassing what we look like on the world stage. And it's almost embarrassing when you think of family, friends, people that you know, that you never realized were that stupid and they can't see what's going on. I mean, how far are we from digital currency? How far are we from, like the World Economic Forum said, you will have nothing and like it, basically, because of equality. You know, we got to put everybody on the same plane, same level, and all this bullshit. The only equality there is, folks, is there's one race, the human race, and God gave us all the ability to get off our fucking ass and make something of ourselves. And if you don't want to, whatever, then you don't deserve what the person has that did get off their ass and do something. It's that simple. So, I don't know. I'm not going to go into too much. I'll save it for our next live stream here in a few weeks. But I want to thank all the new subscribers. So if you're new, thanks for coming along. I mean, we gained a couple hundred subscribers just in the last 2-3 days. So, welcome. This is what you're going to get. Farming and me bitching. And if you don't like it, I really don't give a shit. Don't be here. It's that simple. So, because I'm to the point that we need to start pounding into people's heads what's really going on and waking them the fuck up so that they can see what's going on and how bad they've been lied to for all these years. But unfortunately, with party politics, there's people that are just going to vote no matter what for the party line. They could run a fucking chimpanzee, a fucking zebra, a fucking dog, whatever. People will do it, and I'm not just talking Democrats. Republicans are the same. Some Republicans, a lot of Republicans are the same way. So, but thanks to all you new subscribers. Like I said, push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link. Get yourself an Are You Getting It Yet t-shirt, hat, sweatshirt, something. Wear it. Wear it in the face of these people that aren't getting it. If they say anything to you, just say, hey, read it. Are you fucking getting it yet? Because you better pretty quick. I mean, I'm to the point now that, you know, we're so screwed up in this country and in this world, we might as well just start pushing the buttons and throwing nukes around. You know, maybe that's what God wants. God's up there going, hey, you people have fucked this up so bad, we might as well just annihilate you. Whoever stays, you know, whoever somehow survives, here's your second chance to get it right. If you don't get it right, well, then somewhere's hundreds or thousands of years in the future, the same shit will happen. Who knows? It's just, it's mind-numbing. It really is. So, I'm out. Alright, one more thing. Then I gotta go get my truck inspected. Didn't realize it needed to be inspected this month till the other day when I happened to look at the windshield. But anyways, I just got off the phone. It's like 9:15 here, so it's like 8:15 out in Illinois. I think. Yeah, they're only an hour behind us, right? Whatever. I just got off the phone. This is for you, Marvin. Old Marvin Riker out there in Illinois, retired farmer, 94 years old last October. So he's in a nursing home right now, getting ready to come home because he he got the vid there after New Year's. Wasn't feeling well, so he went to the hospital and they put him in a nursing home for rehab and whatnot. But he's doing A-okay now, which is good to hear, Marvin. I like to call Marvin now and then. Marvin calls me now and then just to check up and whatnot. I hadn't heard from Marvin in a while, so I wanted to make sure Marvin was okay. So pushing 94 and a half years old, and he never got the neither. And he survived the vid, you know, that thing that nobody was going to survive. But so this is for you, Marvin. I like chatting with you now and then because it's fun listening to the stories that you tell from back in the World War II times and whatnot. So hang in there, Marvin. Won't be long, you'll be hitting 95.